Hello Capricorn and welcome to your May reading. So, I've meditated and pre-laid the first layer of cards, shuffled and all. And what came out in the underlying energy, what we're going to talk about. I have here the Seven of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. This is how we imagine. This is how we project ourselves in the future with an emotional charge here, because you know these are all cups and they have all little fantasies in them. And with the Three of Pentacles, this is how we work and we build and we interact with others, because this is the tree of that ends up in the reality. Pentacles, what we see, feel, taste, all of that. So here you have those three characters that are building a cathedral, building a temple. You have the priest, which thought of building this, had the idea. You have the architect that is actually making the plans, that is going to give it shape, and you have the craftsman that is going to actually build it, the builder, the constructor. So these three elements are essential for anything concrete tree to exist in our reality. You need to have the idea, create the plan of it, the strategy of it, and actually do it. And this is all the possibilities. So it's either we're talking about work, or we're talking about your inner way of interacting and building with others, or how you shape your reality with your imagination there, what you project and shape. With that, I have the Queen of Cups. So we could be talking about a woman from a water sign like Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. But this could be your feminine side, whether you're a man or a woman. It's the emotional side of our feminine archetype inside of us. She has the most beautiful cup. This archetype, this feminine archetype, knows her emotional value, is not offering her heart to anybody, anyone like that. So there's that knowledge of what it is worth to give one's heart and the value of one's heart. So that is what we are going to talk about, how you put your heart out there. And here there's those two that came together, because we have the Three of Cups and we have the Two of Swords. So there's a lot of how you go about with your friends, with the people close to you, your family, someone you love or whatever, how you celebrate life, exchange cups, exchange emotions with these people. And here there is a decision that you have to take without knowing all the facts under the moon, blindfolded. You don't have all the facts. You can only rely on your intuition, because you have those two realities. So it's like if there is two ways inside of you of interacting with others, of building and creating with others, of how you put your heart out there in the now. So that is the underlying energy. So that means that's what we're going to talk about, or what you're going to experience during the month, and how it's taking shape in the now. I have the Queen of Wands, another queen. So we're talking a lot about your feminine archetype, your feminine side. That means the receptive side. Masculine goes out there, feminine receives and attracts. You know, it's that movement. We all have it inside of us. Fire, that's your willpower. You're an earth sign, but that's your passionate willpower. What you expect and what you attract. And with that came the King of Wands. So there's your masculine side and your passion and what you're going out there. And this, it came with the 10 of Wands. That's heavy burdens. So it's like if right now you're realizing that what you expect and attract and the way you interact and put your willpower out there, you have a lot on your shoulders. Maybe you have like a heavy contract or something that you have to carry that is pretty heavy on your shoulders, but it's the end of that cycle. You're going to drop those wands. You're going to come to terms with it. Tens come back to the one after. So it's the end of that. But you're going to feel at one point in the month of May that pressure of bringing something to its final conclusion. And it's something that you were passionate about, that you are passionate about, and that you created, that you went and did with this Queen and King of Wands. After that, you're gonna rest. This is pretty much what is going to happen. This thing here and this because there's going to be a reevaluation happening. You're going to bring this to term, but then there's going to be a reevaluation of what do I want to create? What do I want to generate? How do I want to bring my heart out there and make a decision? And here, after like carrying this and then dropping it there, that's the resting of the warrior. Kind of revisiting the disappointments and the things that could have gone wrong. We have 3 trees there because this is a tree also, but with the sword of understanding. And this is like another pause time. So there's for sure going to be, you're going to take a break. And this pause time, this one is to heal, and this one is to have a different vision and an enlightenment, going within and trying to see how you would want to do things differently. And that is probably why this is in the underlying energy. How can I do things differently? What do I really want to build and create in my life? I've done this. I've used my willpower and brought something to fruition. I'm carrying it on my shoulders. And now I really want to see where do I want to put my energy? Exactly. Who is worthy around me? Who can I really trust around me to collaborate with and build with? Because this is that. Who is really trustworthy around me? Do I share that give me the same quality that I give them, that give it to me back? After that, those two came together. So after the 10, like I was saying, we go back to the Ace of Wands. There you have a new passion, and it's gonna come to you through a communication here, or through the beginning of opening of your heart towards something new. And there's that new passion, because the pages are those first steps after the Ace of Cups, after that new emotional pouring from the divine. This is a new passion that comes from the divine. The hand comes from the clouds here. We do need to grab it. And here with the Page of Cups, it is grabbed but with our heart. And it has potential because it has the fish in it. And this that you hear about after resting, after pounding, reevaluating who's around you, what went wrong. When we bring to terms a project or a stage in our life that we have created and managed and all of that. As we rest, we reevaluate how it went, who was behind us, what did I really love in that, or was it just heavy? And we do this reassessment, and there you have, hey, a new passion coming in, but that pushes you into, again, going within, Virgo. And here we have death. So you are going to transform things. Things that you were wondering, that you had to make decisions about, that you didn't know. You're going to go within and transform a part of you, or put the end into something. It's really that change into a new skin. Maybe letting go of an old skin, an old way of doing things. Going within, finding your light. And then after, see, you transform, going within. And after, there we go. 4 of Wands and the Sun. So the decision and the enlightenment that you're going to get is really going to even affect your... Oh, sorry. It's going to affect your home. It's going to affect... It can be your physical home, you know, or it can be your home, like your family, your home, your body per se, yourself, because we are, the body is the home of our soul. Everything that has to do with home, stability, your stability, 4 of Wands, 4 legs of a table. And with the Sun, that is a beautiful outcome, but it's really, you're going to have some, you're going to re-question things after carrying so much of what you wanted to achieve and to bring to fruition and to build. And how do you go out there? How do you build? How do you collaborate with others? Who around you is worthy of your energy and emotion and all of that? Because I think here, bottom of the deck, the wounded warrior. This, you know, this is this guy, and this is the 9 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. He's been to war. He won all of these wands, in the sense that these are all achievement and willpower. You're working a lot on your willpower, a lot of fire, passion, fire of what you want and what you go for during the month of May. And in the past there, some of the things that you tried, some you've received hits or whatever, but you are super geared, because not much can pass through this guy. And you're coming to a point where it's really getting heavy, and so that it comes into fruition and you start again with an Ace of Wands. But in that process, you're going within and you're really evaluating of how you go about with your willpower, with your energy, with what you want to plant and have grown, your interaction with people. And there you're going to gain solidity. Something solid, luminous, the Sun. You cannot have a better card than that. So that is beautiful. But a lot of going within, a lot of signs are going within in the month of May. I call upon Spirit, I call upon the light, and I call upon my guides. Help me clarify this reading, Capricorn, for the month of May 2019, but it's in the now. Okay. Okay, Spirit, show me what that Queen of Cups is all about. If we're talking about a relationship, you could be dealing with 2 different women there, and you have to make a choice. But Queen of Cups, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So this is really about you building your empire, you building something, that a legacy that can be passed from one generation to another. And it can also be the patterns that you have received from your family, from your ancestors, because this is a generational, you have 3 generations on that card. It's the summum of the pentacle. 10. 10 of Wands, 10 of Pentacle. And with the Queen of Pentacle, maybe you are married with the the Queen of Cups, maybe you're married with the Queen of Cups, but if it's not the case, we're talking about what you've gained from your past, from your education, from where you were raised, your experience that shaped your heart, and the value you put on it. Two of Swords. What is the Two of Swords for Capricorn? Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So there's a decision here, you know, you're making about that tree. Because here is the Seven of Swords. There's a feeling of being screwed, disempowered by someone. And that feeling is pretty heavy because here we have the Ten of Swords. That's 10, 10, 10. 3 tens. You're at the end of a cycle. You're going to drop and finish something. But there's a decision that you have to make about the people around you with whom you interact and you share. Because someone or a dynamic or something is really putting you at a state of being completely exhausted, being completely this, we feel screwed, we don't have any weapons to fight with at the end of our rope, but it's just before the dawn to come back. And here we have the King of Wands again. There's that King of Wands with the 10 of Wands. He comes back with the 10 of Pentacle. If you're dealing with the King of Wands, could be somebody very heavy on you that maybe had a three-party situation. And if it's a masculine aspect, your masculine aspect of how you go out there and that you create your life, there's a decision to be made of who you put your trust in. Really who you put your trust in, because the King of Wands is an entrepreneur. He goes out there and gets what he wants, but you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision because maybe now you see that you've been screwed, and maybe that's why you need to heal and have another vision on what happened there. Get an enlightenment and transform something, finish something, because there's something finishing here. There's definitely something finishing. Who's that Queen of Wands? Talk to me about the Queen of Wands. Capricorn. It's that Queen of Wands spirit. Oh. The Empress and Death. So we have Death again here. Ending. There's really an ending. And the Empress. That's your capacity to create, your capacity to bring something to an end, because you know she's pregnant, the gestation from 9 months into a new life coming out. You see all the wheat. You see here Venus, the beauty, inspired by the stars. It's the creative card here. It's the ultimate divine feminine transformation, total transformation end with that woman. And if it's you, you are transforming. You're transforming what you attract. You're making a decision about the people around you and how you offer your heart. Whether you're a man or a woman, we all have these inside of us. because the way you go out there, you take a lot on your shoulders, and you notice that you are not backed up. You notice that the people around you are not supporting. Everything is on your shoulders. So how you create with other people, there's going to be a transformation about that. You know, if you do a project with people and you end up doing everything yourself, you feel screwed and you feel completely exhausted. You'll bring it to terms because you know, you want the job to be done, and you're a hard worker, you're Capricorn, you know, you're going to be disciplined and everything. But it's like if not everybody around you has the same commitment to these things, and you notice that some people around you work behind your back and maybe are a bit betraying, and you're going to have to cut that. What is that hangman for Capricorn? What is the hangman? What do they have to see differently? What is that illumination? Capricorn. Yeah. Okay. So here we have the Five of Swords. There's, you know, seeing that. We have another Five of Cups, seeing how, you know, we can be screwed by others and things like that. People that just want to win for win and don't look past that. How some things are no longer in our life. That's the grieving card. And we have another Queen of Pentacles. So you have the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and now the Queen of Pentacles with the Chariot. So the Chariot being a victory if one is aligned. So by clearing out how you know, people that are not straightforward around you, that are not honest around you, that bring you down, that put everything on your shoulders, you're going to transform the way that you attract things and people and create around you stability emotionally, passionately, all of these feminine aspects, and realign yourself. This is the enlightenment in the pause time that you're gonna get, and it is a card of success when you do that. But there's like a lot of realization of who is around you, and maybe some shock there. Yeah, maybe you'll be shocked to see some of these people. What is that new wand? There's no tower, so it's mostly you're gonna rely on your intuition, and it's gonna be clear to you, I think. What is going to be hard is trusting again after this, and that's probably here. What is that Ace of Wands? That's probably Nine of Wands. That guy doesn't trust much. The wounded warrior there, he's on his guards. Whoa, that's a lot. No, that's too much. Give me one card for that Ace of Wands, Spirit. One card. No, they seem to want to give more than one. Ah, there they are again. So I guess. So we have the Ten of Wands again. That 10, that transforms into a 1. Conflict. And the Moon. So here, that new one, that new passion that comes from the divine is going to be the result of those 10 wands that you've been carrying here to bring into terms, probably living some conflict out of it, And there with the moon asking you to go within and to trust your intuition, because you don't see clearly what is happening really. How come things are so difficult? To bring this into term. You're going to realize what doesn't work and how you got screwed somewhere. And by going within in the moon, following your intuition, not your fears, and start biting at people and reacting instead of acting consciously. You're gonna follow, this is the advice of the moon, follow your intuition on that path and cross those two pillars into the sun that is behind that moon. And those two pillars are right here, see? And with the sun behind. It's the same two pillars. We're going within to transform and see clarity, relying on our intuition, on our truth. And there we have death again with the hermit going inside. The hermit, that's what he does. He goes inside and finds his truth, his light. You're gonna end something. You're gonna transform something and end something that brought conflict, that brought heaviness on your shoulders, that you see that you got screwed by the people around you. You probably could feel it because your imagination there with the Seven of Cups can imagine all sorts of things there. But yeah, it is obvious that you got disempowered and you got screwed. Show me death. Why is death there? Yeah, judgment call. This is like, aha, I see and I understand. It's an awakening. You're gonna get an awakening. But at least this is where you're going. Everything is going to be clear, and the solidity of your home. Show me the sun. Capricorn, show me the sun. Wow, they're giving me the Four of Wands again. So this probably is about your home, your physical home, or your home commitment, the way we celebrate and have something solid that is light, not heavy like this or heavy like this. Light with the sun in it. So if they're repeating, it's because there's nothing else to say there. So this is what is going to happen for you, Capricorn. You're gonna get a realization about some of the people around you. Could be just one person, but it made you having to carry everything on your shoulders, feeling screwed, feeling betrayed, and you're gonna transform here your feminine side, whether you're a woman or a man, of how you create, what you attract in your life, what kind of people you attract to your life, how do you give your heart, towards things that are solid, or towards people that are gonna end up screwing you and making you lose and having everything on your shoulders and having to heal after that. And you're gonna go within to transform that, have a judgment call, and there you go. After that transformation, putting the death into something and really going within, it's a happy, beautiful, sunny home. So it's gonna end up good, but there might be a lot of movement and disruptancy, and oh my God, I didn't expect that from you, kind of this thing. in the month of May. But you're gonna get the judgment and the light within. You're gonna have a feeling to retract and reevaluate everything that is happening, and you're gonna see clearly. You're gonna see clearly what is going on, even if right now it's all brewing under. So Capricorn, this is your reading for the month of May. I'm gonna send you love and light while you go through this, and wish you a beautiful spring anyway. It's gonna end up good, and I'll see you next month. All right, bye bye.